Are cats scratching up your furniture? In this video, we're going to take a look at how to train cats to stop scratching your furniture.
The Cali Cat and Max.
Welcome to the Cali Cat. You know, I had almost forgotten what it's like to have cats that are scratching at furniture. The last two cats I owned for a long time, over a dozen years, did not scratch the furniture because we trained them early on to avoid the furniture and use the scratching post. Well, how do you do that? As I said, I had just about forgotten because look what happened. Just look at this. Isn't this terrible? Now the cats had not been damaging this piece of furniture, and then we had a guest stay with us for a while, and the cats were curious and they came in this room and they started scratching. Now that particular piece of furniture is over a dozen years old, so I'm not too incredibly upset about it. What I'm going to do, as you'll see in a moment, is try to trim some of those loose fibers and loose threads. Here's what I'm going to use to help train my cats right here. This is cat training tape. I've had great success with this in the past. It says does not damage surface, easy to apply, non-toxic. This is essentially double-sided tape. Let's take a look at how to apply it. I'm going to use two tools to clean this up. First, I'm going to use the scissors to cut away all the loose threads. Then I'm going to use this. This is designed to clean up pilling on t-shirts and sweaters, and I've had a modicum of success with it, so let's give it a try. It's not indiscernible, but wow, that looks a lot better. Now I want to show you another tool that I used. I did use this. This is surgical scissors, and you can see the little curve to it. If I can get it in focus. And that curve allows you to get really close. To install this, we're going to first cut a piece the length that we need. That's right about there. And then we're going to apply it to the furniture. Just like that. And the hardest part is to peel off the backing. Maybe I should have started that before I put it on here. Do you like what you're seeing so far? Please like, share, and subscribe. So you can see it does not detract from the appearance of the furniture, but what it does is when the cats try to scratch that, it doesn't give that same sensation. Their claws can't really dig in. It's sticky on their pads, so they will not scratch that. And we put that wherever they have a tendency to scratch. But the next part is vitally important. You can't just take away what they scratch. You have to give them something else, an alternative. And that's why I put the scratching post there. And yes, your house is going to be littered with scratching posts, but that's better than having destroyed furniture. And after a while, they'll get to recognize that scratching posts are what they're supposed to be scratching on. This takes some time. First, we have to ask ourselves, why is my cat doing, look at that, I have something growing out of my ear. What is that? Oh, is it a cat tail? Why is my cat doing this? It's natural instinct. You're not going to keep your cat from scratching. So what we have to do is teach them the proper way and place to scratch. We have to give them that sensory input, and that's why we have scratching posts. So you should have a lot of them around your house, especially during training. If you take something away, you have to replace it with something else. If we do that, this job of training our cats not to scratch furniture is going to become so much easier. Let's talk about other alternatives. And namely, I'm referring to getting your cat declawed. Now, years ago, 20, 30 years ago and prior, it was a very common practice to get the cat declawed. But since then, we've become aware when you declaw a cat, it is comparable to taking off that first knuckle of your finger. A cat's anatomy is different than a human's. When you declaw them, you're not simply trimming their nails. And by the way, trimming their nails is not a bad thing either. That will save your furniture. I trim my cat's nails regularly. I try to do it every couple of weeks. I have to admit I'm not really good with that schedule, but we'll save that for another video. Your cat is a family member. Your cat is a loved one. Why would you do that to your cat, to your friend? You want to get down, don't you? Okay. So I don't think declawing is a good answer. I think we need to spend a little bit of time, have a little bit of patience, and train our cats where they can and can't scratch. They give us a lot in return. Companionship, fun, laughs, love. I don't think it's asking too much that we spend a little bit of time getting them acclimated to their environment and teaching them the right and wrong ways to do things. So, do you have a better method? How have you taught your cat to not scratch furniture? We would love to hear your answers down below. And by the way, that tape that I'm using is also listed down below. You can pick it up at Amazon. It's well worth the price. That roll, I think, cost me $10 or $12, and it's going to cover a lot of furniture. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mark, and this is the Cali Cat.